faculty and
process, yeah.
right. Make sure I have my phone turned off.
Yeah, really.
Be embarrassing.
Is
I
that
hope I got all
working?
the pages.
The only two that I haven't checked in yet is Amma.
Oh, I talked to her.
Oh, you talked to
yeah,
her? Okay.
she was here.
And
Gotta remember to
Catherine
put this
Harris.
one in. Catherine Harris, I'm pretty sure I saw it too. Yes.
You saw it. Okay. And then
Gotta remember to get this. I need like
loose
highlight or
notes.
something, yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is, and welcome. My name is Alain-Philippe Durand, and it is my privilege to serve as the Dean of the College of Humanities. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the College of Humanities Pre-Commencement celebration and hooding for our graduate students. To my left is Dr. Kim Jones, who is our Vice Dean for Academic Affairs. She will be assisting me with today's ceremony. And something new today for your information is it's a live broadcast, live stream of this ceremony from. So you may be seated. Thank you. Sorry about that. This afternoon, we will individually recognize those students who were available to attend today's ceremony. We will recognize our PhDs and Master of Arts graduates. I want to acknowledge those faculty members, department heads, advisors, and staff who are present today. Could you please stand? I'd also like to offer a special word of thanks to the staff who have assisted with the planning of this ceremony, especially Hélène Bernard, Zulema Kota, Michelle Doggett, Jenna Finfrock, TJ Hill, Amanda Hunt, Anthony Jones, Catherine Layton, Nate Mayer, Erin Robbins, Eric Swedlund, our all IT team, and all others who have helped. Our staff members do a marvelous job, and as you can see, it takes a lot of people to put something like this together, so please join me in thanking them as well. Now, I would also like to acknowledge some of the most important people here, your family, friends, and classmates. May I ask you to please stand, if you may. You deserve a warm round of applause from all of us for all of your support for your graduate. At this time, I would like to recognize a very special graduate assistant in teaching from the College of Humanities. Could Gulkaki Kalikova please come to the stage? Out of a very impressive group of nominees, graduate assistant in teaching Gulkaki Kalikova was chosen to receive the 2018 College of Humanities Graduate Assistant in Teaching Award. To quote, yes. To quote from one of the letters from her nomination by Dr. Lyudmila Klimanova, I quote, "As a language program coordinator, I have had many opportunities to observe Gulia's interactions with undergraduate students and their fellow peers. What always strikes me most about Gulia is her unique ability to build a very friendly, yet serious and professional relationship with her students. The quality of her teaching, her outstanding preparation and careful planning of lessons, her desire to share the passion and love for Russian language and culture, and her attention to individual learning differences make her students feel that they should be striving to work at a higher level. I know that many students, including myself as our direct supervisor, have the utmost respect and appreciation for her and all the hard work she does to keep her students engaged in the subject matter." I would also like to quote from one of her students, Caroline Michelle Rose, who said in her letter of nomination, "Gulia was an amazing instructor. She was very helpful in all areas of studies in the Russian language. Not only did she correct me on grammar and writing, but also my pronunciation, which I think is extremely important to grasp in the early stages of learning a new language. Also, Gulia was very flexible and understanding. I have been working 40 hours a week, and my schedule will sometimes conflict with the Skype tutoring times available. Throughout the semester, if I couldn't meet in time for our tutoring session, we would work around each other's schedule so I wouldn't get behind in the material, which I really appreciated, end of quote. This is the art of inspired teaching in the College of Humanities, making a difference in our students' lives as they go forward. We offer warm congratulations to Ms. Kalikova. The University of Arizona President Robert Robbins is the only one who actually confers degrees. That's why we call this a pre-commencement celebration. And we are happy to give you a medallion and make the time to celebrate with you here today, call each graduate by name, and congratulate you each personally. Friday evening, tomorrow, the university-wide commencement ceremony will take place at Arizona Stadium beginning at 7:30 p.m. You are asked to be ready for the procession of graduate students well before the beginning time. So please do arrive in plenty of time to take part. All are welcome to attend. I look forward to seeing you at either of these events tomorrow night, and please do wear your medallions that we are going to give you today. We are all here to celebrate the marvelous events associated with commencement over the next few days. You will all be graduating with advanced degrees in a discipline that is central to the humanities. You could not have chosen a more important discipline. Indeed, there is a high and growing demand for the expertise in literatures, cultures, religions, languages, multilingualism, and foreign analysis. The comprehensive education and understanding delivered in the College of Humanities are essential for solving today's grand challenges. All of our students, who represent a diversity of geographic and cultural backgrounds, have the same things in common. They love the humanities, of course, but most importantly, they do not settle for less. They work very hard. They work at being able to do whatever it is they are interested in, and doing it anywhere in the world. Our students have traveled, studied, and worked in almost all areas of the globe, and this graduating class is no exception. Like their predecessors, several of them have already been offered jobs. Like their predecessors, several have been accepted in prestigious doctoral programs. Thanks to our world-renowned faculty, these graduates standing in front of us are ready to go straight to the goal in their career. Graduates, you have all accomplished advanced degrees, master's degrees or PhDs, in an area of study central to the college. We are celebrating today the culmination of our hopes to offer you an education that supports your acquisitions of the following skills. You have become experts in intercultural competence and in adapting quickly to unfamiliar environments. You are trained in negotiating difficult tasks with creativity. You think critically. You know how to communicate effectively with people from diverse backgrounds. You are capable of engaging with the local and international communities. You are team players. You can lead and you can solve problems. You can teach and mentor others. You can conduct research projects. You can write. That's an amazing list of skills, and I hope you can all be impressed with yourselves and families with your graduates for developing those skills here in the College of Humanities. Please keep in touch with us in the future. Send us updates about your fabulous lives, as we always like to brag about our outstanding alumni. You will always be welcome at the College of Humanities. And like your predecessors, you now become mentors, potential advisors, and even models to follow for our current students and future students. We count on you, including for helping us in the future to create and to contribute to scholarship funds that will help the College of Humanities students and faculty. You have all chosen a fine beginning, and you have succeeded by earning this advanced degree in your pursuit of a profession, of a calling, and of a career path that is most important for all of us and for the world. I know that you will all contribute to knowledge and understanding in many different contexts, teaching us all to further understand and negotiate the world and to transform important ideas about global understanding across many cultures and languages. You will help us all by translating your in-depth understanding and ways of knowing into actions that improve this world that we share. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations on your choice of field and on your fine accomplishments. We all wish you well as you move forward from today, the beginning celebration of your commencement. Now, as we begin our actual ceremony, we will recognize our PhDs and MAs. Prior to approaching the center of the room here, please drape your hood across your left arm and Vice Dean Jones will read your name. The professor who will hood you will also be called to the center, and at this time, you will give your hood to that professor. What is the hood? The academic hood symbolizes acceptance into the community of scholars. Your family and friends are invited to take pictures, and we will wait until they have all the pictures they may want. So no problem, no worries, and you can come the whole way to the front here to take the pictures. After the professor has hooded you and the pictures are taken, you may proceed to your seat. And same thing for the family and friends, please, after you took your pictures, we are asking you to return promptly to your seats to allow room for photographing the next graduate. Graduates, after receiving your hood and medallion, and after the photos for your family and friends, please return to your seat until all names are called to give each graduate equal time to be recognized. There will be ample time after the ceremony to take more photos with family, friends, or professors.
All right. Our first graduate is Diana Aceves, who is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Robert Fiore. Ama Ayabea Addison, graduating with an MA in French, will be hooded by Professor Joseph Edward Price. Riyad Al-Homzi is graduating with a PhD in Second Language Acquisition and Teaching and will be hooded by Professor Suzanne Penfiroff-Rees. Jesse Archbold is graduating with an MA in German Studies and will be hooded by Professor David Gramling. Fernando Bustos is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Professor Denis Provencher. Alexander Paul Coulombe is graduating with an MA in East Asian Studies, and I have the honor of hooding him. Is there somebody else who is going to hood? Nathaniel Smith. Agnes Scheru is graduating with a PhD in Transcultural German Studies and will be hooded by Professor Steve Martinson. Stephanie Della Cella is graduating with an MA in German Studies and will be hooded by Professor Joella Jacobs. Bridget Engel is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Professor Joseph Price. Lizdy Garcia Gonzalez is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Professor Denis Provencher. Catherine Harris is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Professor Phyllis Tawa. Maria Hernande Etura is graduating with an MA in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Eliud Choufe. Dongchun Ho is graduating with a PhD in East Asian Studies and will be hooded by Professor David Gramling. Lu Yao Wang is graduating with an MA in East Asian Studies and will be hooded by Professor Nathaniel Smith. Megumi Ida is graduating with an MA in East Asian Studies and will be hooded by Professor Maggie Camp. Bo James is graduating with a PhD in East Asian Studies and will be hooded by Professor Nathaniel Smith. Gulgaka Kalikova is graduating with an MA in Russian and will be hooded by Professor Grace Fielder. Amber Kearns is graduating with an MA in Classics and will be hooded by Professor Mary Boyatzis. Jessie Long is graduating with an MA in German Studies and will be hooded by Professor Barbara Costa. Isidro Luis Jimenez is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Richard P. Kincaid. Stefano Maranzana is graduating with a PhD in Second Language Acquisition and Teaching and will be hooded by Professor Eliane Rubenstein Avila. Ramatulai Mbalo is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Dean Alain-Philippe Durand. Catherine Medina is graduating with an MA in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Eliud Choufe. Colin Moat is graduating with an MA in Classics and will be hooded by Professor Philip Waddell. Elsa Morales is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Eliud Chufe. Brianna Nash is graduating with an MA in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Christy Doran. Megan Nielsen is graduating with an MA in Classics and will be hooded by Professor Philip Waddell. Lauren Oberlin is graduating with an MA in Classics and will be hooded by Professor Robert Schoen. Leslie O'Toole is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Eliud Chufe. Maria Pereira Jimenez is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Katia Becerra. Caitlin Porter is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Professor Phyllis Tawa. Christian Adiputra is graduating with a PhD in Second Language Acquisition and Teaching and will be hooded by Professor Lacey Wyman. Manuel Rodriguez Ramos is graduating with a PhD in Spanish and will be hooded by Professor Katia Becerra. Honorine Rouillet is graduating with an MA in French and will be hooded by Dean Alain-Philippe Durand. June Liu is graduating with a PhD in Second Language Acquisition and Teaching and will be hooded by Professor Jonathan Reinhardt. Amalie Seeloff is graduating with an MA in German Studies and will be hooded by Professor Chantel Warner. Christopher Vasquez Wright is graduating with a PhD in Second Language Acquisition and Teaching and will be hooded by Professor Beatrice Dupuy. Grace Welch Zaricourt is graduating with an MA in Classics and will be hooded by Professor Mary Voyatis. Shiho Yamamoto is graduating with a PhD in East Asian Studies, and I have the honor of hooding Shiho. Is there anyone whose name I didn't call? All right, congratulations to all our soon-to-be graduates.
Thank you again for being here. I want to thank again our staff and also our faculty for their dedication and outstanding work with our students, for being here today to recognize them with all of you. It's really important. So thank you so much for being here, for your commitment to our students and to the college and the university. We hope to see you all tomorrow night. Make some noise at the stadium. It's going to be very hot at the stadium, we are told, so make sure there will be water available, and you should have received some instructions about the warnings about the heat, so make sure you pay attention to that. But there will be water available everywhere around the stadium. I would like to now invite all of you to join us in the foyer for light refreshments or to take some more pictures. There is plenty of time, no problem. And once again, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students in the College of Humanities. Good luck to you. We are very proud of you. Okay, it's a wrap.